time for us to know where we are, especially since I've been walking around a lot. Sugar cane. Whack it with anything, your bare fist. Don't waste a tool. I plant my sugar cane on sand because it grows faster, although I've never had a sugar cane emergency. And I always put half slabs or lily pads by it so it won't fall in the water. Be careful, dogs will drown themselves. There's the redstone we got from the dungeon chest. And in a T pattern, you place iron around it and it makes a compass. I'm making two. People say, oh, you don't need a compass. You can just put it in your crafting thing and you'll be able to see where your spawn is. Well, I don't necessarily walk around with redstone in my pocket all the time. One sugar cane makes sugar. Three horizontally make paper. You used to be able to make books with paper, just 3 pieces of paper. But they've nerfed it, and now you have to have leather, which means you have to kill cows. I'm not real thrilled about that, but what you gonna do? Put one compass in the center, surround it with 8 sheets of paper. I'm making a map. There's a blank map. Place it in your hotbar, your toolbar. Scroll over to it, right click, and then hold it up in your hand. This is the only time you'll see both of your hands. Well, one of the only times. And it generates a map. You can see my pumpkin patch to the top, the jungle tree over on the right hand side, that sort of thing. That's the smallest map. It's just basically showing the area right around us, not much detail. Now take that map, surround it with paper, and you're going to blow it up. Well, not as in explode it, but you're going to make a map that shows a larger area. That first map is so small that we don't even have to walk around to fill it in, because maps don't generate with all the terrain around you that you haven't explored while holding the map. And here we are, surrounded by jungle. Way over there on the left side, you can barely see our interesting rock formation. We have a hill made out of stone, and I need to go find out what's going on over there. There's gravel and stuff around it, and I suspect there's goodies underneath. When I walk around over there at night, I hear cave sounds, and occasionally at night I will see a bat on the surface. So there's something interesting over there. Now we're going to zoom it out one more time. I was hoping it would be big enough so that I could show the whole area I've explored, but when I explore, I go right off the left side of the map. So what I would have to do to fill this map in is to walk toward all 4 corners to fill that map in. I don't remember how many times I zoomed this map out, and you see how little detail, can't see the pumpkin patch, can't tell native forest from our forest, but that gray patch got bigger, the stone thing, so I'm going to use the stone hill as a reference point to find my way back. Your map will always show your center point from where you built the map. So if I were in another place and built a map, it would be different. The dogs hurt themselves, I assume, on cactus since they came in shaking water. The cactus is causing problems with the mobs I want to keep. See, that dog's tail is all the way down. That dog is bad hurt. So I'm chasing him around, trying to give him some zombie flesh to heal him, or her, and also to put her in position so that you can see the tail go up as I feed. I'm skeptical about repairing 2 dogs at one time because I can't quite tell when I've fed enough zombie flesh and when they're completely satisfied. Of course, they fall in love, and I don't want to be out on the road with a puppy or something, so I'll heal 1 at a time. I built a barn because I'm getting so much livestock now, and I'll be showing you that in a little bit too. Here I am walking around trying to fill out the map. This is a path I've already taken. It leads to a really interesting desert, and then I turn left and it leads to an extreme hills biome, which is where I found the cattle. It was a very long walk. I didn't show you the whole walk because it took 45 minutes. This is a natural formation, this odd stone thing. Enderman did not grief it and take out blocks. It looks like that naturally. I'm not very familiar with these. I've been seeing them on people's maps a lot recently. I don't know if it's a new structure. There's a ravine I fell in, about broke my neck. I need to keep the dogs away from it, but that's a place we need to explore for sure. See how close sheep get to steep cliffs. So I put pumpkin lanterns in trees as far along the path as I have gone. You see now my little marker on the map that's showing my position is going off the left edge of the map. So the map is not big enough to contain all the information. And I don't know how much farther I'm proceeding because the map can't tell me that far. There's my compass. It's pointing behind me. It's pointing back to where I spawned or to where my bed is, my most recent home. Here are the cows out in the extreme biome. We're going to be working a lot with that extreme biome. There's some beautiful structures out there I want to build around. The cows spawned right in front of me. I was standing at a sand tower I'd built in the desert not far behind, and I only had to stand up there and wait a few minutes, and I saw the cows spawn in. So I think I had been walking too quickly through terrain and not allowing mobs a chance to spawn. There's my sand tower. Hold wheat in your hand, and both cows and sheep will be attracted to you and will begin to follow you. Of course, in an extreme terrain like this, one has to travel with care so that cows won't fall down holes or lose you on the extreme terrain trying to follow you because there aren't a lot of blocks of width for them to follow you. I got them home and I bred them. Hold wheat in your right hand in your hand and click your right mouse button and boom, you'll get a baby and a little bit XP. I made it home with 6 cows, so I bred 3 babies out of this batch. See how well my pumpkins are doing? I now have more than 64 pumpkins at all times. So I have full stacks of pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns, excuse me, to take around with me to light things, which is a big relief. It takes a while to get there. You have to wait for jack-o'-lanterns to grow, pumpkins to grow. I say those 2 words interchangeably, forgive me. Some of the cows had already been romanced. That one had, so that one wasn't interested, but the one behind was. So once a cow has bred, it takes a few minutes for you to be able to breed it again. I would suggest not getting too crazy with rebreeding animals. Give them a chance. I would also be careful about not slaughtering animals right after you've bred them. Just because you have a baby, don't start whacking away at things. Because babies need parents. They will do better with parents. I don't know why that is, but apparently they need to, they need to be around a parent to sustain their health. And it just makes sense. It's a humane way to be. Let a baby have its parent. I finished a barn made out of tropical colored wools covered with vines so that it would fit into our sort of jungly looking thing. Notice I'm holding a pumpkin and walking right past a pig before I hold the carrot. That's so I don't confuse the pig. I'm still looking for pigs, so I didn't want to confuse the pig that was closest to the house before I started gathering the others. I found 3 pigs right away. There's a lot more pigs out there in that forest. There's a lot more wolves out there in that forest, too. I need to make more room for a livestock gate here. I've only got 1 gate. Mobs have trouble passing through 1 gate. It's better to have 2 gates next to each other. And the cactus are too close together. That's how my dogs are getting injured. And look, when the pigs turn red, that means when any mob turns red, it sustained an injury. I killed that poor little pig in the back, but I did get some pork chops, and I didn't get any XP because I didn't kill it. My infernal contraption killed it instead, so I don't get any credit for it. Be patient when you're leading pigs through things that are only 1 block space wide. All animals have trouble passing through a 1 block area. So I just got out of the way. 1 pig came through. Then I backed up. That indentation in the fence doesn't help either. Went the other direction to get the pig pointing in the other direction and wiggle it through the gate. Got it in. Close the gate. right click while holding a carrot, right click while holding a carrot, and bippity boppity boop, you've got a piglet and another little XP. Notice I'm not holding the carrot right now because I'm not ready for them to follow me. When I am, I will scroll my mouse wheel and bring the pigs to me. There are a lot of other things we can do with pigs, but they had just bred, and I didn't want them to be doing tricks, and I didn't want to ride them and all that stuff. I don't even have a saddle yet because I haven't had leather. So here's another shot of the barn. It's made out of wool with fence posts on the corners and a little bit of glass so I can see in and so light can shine through. It's got skylights on top. It's got jack-o'-lanterns on top on the diagonal apexes of the roof to let light in. I was hoping that would be visible from the map, but the map is covering such a large area now that the barn doesn't even show up on the map. If you have a large enough colored area, it will show up on maps. In fact, a lot of people do pixel art on the ground so that from the air you can see um, designs or cartoons or whatever. My spare dogs are in the L annex of the barn. I got the grass and flowers by holding bone meal in my hand and right-clicking on grass blocks because I wanted it to look more natural in here. Put some jack-o'-lanterns up on top. I built dirt towers and put the jack-o'-lanterns on top and then removed the dirt. There's one of my orange sheep. I have another one now. And you'll see a weird glitch, livestock glitch up and down vines. I have one sheep stuck in my jungle tree standing on a piece of cocoa, and I have a cow on my roof. Anyway, there you go. Thanks for watching.